What's going on, everyone? MikeO back with my 2018 National Sports Collectors Convention recap. What an absolute blast.
This is Snotzilla Cards, Bear Splinter 23.
This is Spartan Dogs.
Mike Krug, MD Pin 21 here.
Rated Rookie here.
It's B-Roth 6 from YouTube.
Hey, this is Todd at the 39th Annual National.
Hey, it's Bowman 1951 at the National here.
Up North Collectors here. Busting in some packs with MikeO.
I'm Andrew, Nuff Said Cards.
I'm Adam Ha.
Mike Fabian here, Eastern Connecticut Sports Cards.
Jericho 941 IMI on YouTube.
Woo! What up, guys? Winsel 888 here.
Hey everybody, it's Hitman 23. I'm Wesker Griff here at the National.
Christian with Alice Cards here.
Hey everybody, Bald Rhino.
I'm Dave's Midlife Car Crisis.
I'm Ted, Serenity Sports 50 Plus.
I'm MikeO3, breaking a pack of Topps Big League 2018.
Hey guys, what's up? Mike here, baseball collector.
So here's a recap of some of the cards that I picked up at the National. It's not everything, just a few of the highlights. Nothing super high-end, but still stuff that's really cool for the collection. First up, we have a Benito Santiago autograph. Actually got him at the show. It come off an egg, had hooked me up with some autograph tickets. I didn't know if I'd be there late enough on Sunday to get Santiago. I did end up being there, so I made sure I got him. Santiago's just one of those guys. He only spent 1 year with the Phillies. He did hit 30 home runs that year. He's actually the first player I ever witnessed hitting 30 home runs in a season for the Phillies outside of Mike Schmidt. So I just thought that'd be a cool addition to the collection, something I've been looking to pick up for a while. Then you had Greg Jeffries. Jeffries obviously best known for his days with the Mets, being a big-time prospect, but he did sign with the Phils for a while, was there. He actually hit for the cycle with them, so wanted to add Jeffries to the Phillies collection, so I got 2 cards signed by him. So that was really cool. Definitely happy to add them to the collection. I actually had some extra cards I had wanted to get signed, and I actually did not bring them with me. Next up, did a little break of 2013 Finest. Did pull a base Arenado, so I'll have to check that out, see if it's worth slabbing. The thing I'm most after in those 13 Finest are the 93 finest inserts. So I got a Steven Strasburg, so I was happy to pick up one of those. The refractors are really tough. Would love to pick them up. Did a little box digging. Picked up a nice Chris Sale first Bowman card for $1. Thought that was a pretty cool pickup. How could you turn that down for $1? How about new Hall of Famer Jim Thome? $1. And that's a pretty clean looking copy of his Bowman rookie, so that was a cool one there. That's something that you can find. It's something that's definitely worth checking out. Got some Slabbed pickups. Mike Mussina, who has a real shot at the Hall of Fame, picked this up. It's a PSA 9. I'm a guy who likes to collect PSA 10s, especially for like the 90s stuff, but for I think $3, how could you turn that down? Then we had the 91 Gold Leaf rookies. I actually grabbed this one on Sunday for $2, $2 for a Mike Mussina Gold Leaf rookies. These cards were amazing back in the day. There's a few other rookies I picked up. Got a 2011 Bowman's Best Bryce Harper. I'm just, again, a sucker for these old school Bowman's Best looking cards. So that's pretty cool. I know Trout has a card like this as well. So picked that one up. Picked up a Mookie Betts. This is the Chrome. It's the rookie debut. I'd obviously prefer the base rookie, but still, I felt like I had to jump on the Mookie Betts wagon before it got completely out of hand. Got a nice Max Scherzer rookie. It's a Stadium Club. Got it at a pretty decent price, so happy to pick that up. And again, you know what? There weren't a whole lot of things I was specifically looking for. There were things I wanted, things that I had in mind, you know, but again, this show was all about hanging out with the people, less so about the cards. So not that it's not about the cards, I'll check it out. I'm just not going to overpay for stuff for the sake of buying it at the show. Baseball Collector hooked me up with this sweet patch. I'm sure you've seen others in the community get them. His channel's obviously been thriving. He did a great job at the National covering it. Had daily recaps that were just really, really well done. I know you guys enjoyed them. I know he's gotten a ton of views, but congratulations on that. Then I did break a box of 2018 Topps Archive Signature Series, and I busted it, and I should have honestly broken more because they had them down into the high 30s, which is a pretty good price for them. And they did qualify for the Topps National Pack, which is like a $20 value, $25 value that you could straight resell it for. Now you're going to get hammered on this product a lot. I didn't in this case. Got a sweet Jose Ramirez Topps Finest rookie card, 1/1 auto. So that is an awesome card. Definitely did well. I posted a video when I broke it. And when I broke it, I was kind of like, I definitely didn't show the excitement that I should have, but it was an epic pull. And then the main card that I actually did want to pick up at the show, I wanted to complete my Phillies Ultimate Topps team set. Been working on it for 3 years. Finally picked up the Dick Sisler. So super excited about that. Again, another shout out to the community. Nuff Said Cards had actually run into this. I was looking all over the first day. That's actually the one thing I was kind of making sure I checked out every vintage table for. Didn't see any. I had Baseball Collector on the case. He was looking, didn't see any. A few days later, I guess it was Saturday, I believe, Baseball Collector was already gone. Nuff Said Cards came across one. He contacted Baseball Collector, who had my number. Then I got Andrew's number, contacted him. He told me all about it. The guy at this table, I think it was 707, he actually had like 9 or 10 of these. Different grades. I went for one of the 4s and got it at a really good price, got it down a little bit. I will be cracking this out, adding it to my binder, and then being able to show my Phillies Ultimate Topps team set. I'm thrilled to look at it myself in completion. I'm thrilled to share it with my father. I'm thrilled to share it with friends and family, and sometime soon sharing it with the YouTube community.
So I'm here to do a 2017 Topps Archive Signature Series postseason edition break where there's one card, and it'll be a, you know, kind of a tradition here to get
kicking the nuts
like I do every national sports collectors convention. So we might as well do it with this, where there's a chance at least maybe my boy Derek Jeter. So let's see here. Wish me luck, fellas. Alright, There's Mike's Nabisco cutter. Alright. Do you want me to just show it, or do you want me to like...
Whatever you want to do.
Slow roll it, man.
Oh, it's even worse. It's even worse than fucking Charlie Hayes. And it's not...
No.
It was a former Yankee. I'll give you a little hint.
Alright.
He played left field at one point, and he shouldn't have been, but he was really an infielder. He played for the Diamondbacks as well, back in like 05. Think of this
it's
guy.
Tony Womack,
It's
isn't
Tony Womack, baby.
Yes.
Boom. And that's numbered, 9/35. Does it get any better than that?
He was actually
Yes,
halfway
it does.
decent.
Womack.
He was halfway decent on the Pirates.
He was. Yeah.
Oh,
Brutal.
let's see. The brutality.
Oh.
Oh, the humanity.
That's awful.
Tony.
Sorry, dude.
Womack. Awful.
Oh.
A cheater? It is not. But nonetheless,
And what is it?
a kick in the nuts.
I'm just going to take a few minutes to talk about my experience and how much fun it was. Just an incredible time in Cleveland. Had just so much fun. It's an incredible experience, and I just can't recommend more that if you have an opportunity to go to one of these, that you absolutely go. If you're a card fan, if you're a fan of sports memorabilia, it's absolutely worth it. And if you're part of this community here on YouTube, the experience is just that much better. It's absolutely awesome. It is so much fun. It is, I can't even put into words what an incredible time it is. Now, from the show perspective, it's awesome. There's so many dealers. It's such a big show. It's going to take you more than a day just to walk it and kind of take a glance at what there is offered at the show. I mean, you have vintage stuff, you have modern stuff, you have wax, you have an incredible setup with dealers there, dealers alone. Now, on top of that, if you factor in the autograph signers and the number of incredible athletes that are available there, should you want to get one of their autographs, that's a whole nother experience. And then if you factor in the grading companies like Beckett, PSA, SGC, that's another factor. And then you can start checking out Topps and Panini, the card companies, ComC, eBay, a bunch of the corporate setups. That's all stuff you can experience. Plus then the auction houses, a few of them are set up showing off just awesome memorabilia. I'm telling you, just to walk the show, just to look at stuff, not even purchase anything, is an experience all in its own. Now you factor in digging through quarter boxes, dollar boxes. Maybe you're looking for high dollar cards and you want to negotiate some deals. All awesome. But for me, the card show is amazing, of course. But for me, it's all about these guys behind me. It's all about this community. It's all about hanging out with people that you've watched their content for years, that you've interacted with through comments, through Messenger, people you've gotten to know over the years, and to just hang out with them it's incredible. I have chills just talking about it now. I'm telling you, it's so much fun. I know I keep repeating myself, but I can't stress it enough what an incredible time it is. I'm lucky enough here in the Northeast that I get a number of pretty decent sized card shows every year. I know a lot of people throughout the country don't have that opportunity. They don't have the chance to go to card shows on a regular basis. The National will make up for that. Now, at the same time, you know, there's great deals to be had and there's awesome stuff to see, but the reality of the year 2018 is you can pull out your phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and buy baseball cards, shop for baseball cards. So that's something to factor in. You can always find deals online, and that's why I stress, if you do go to the National, hanging out with this community is the best part. So just to kind of go over how everything unfolded this year, Wednesday was a travel day. I was actually up at 5 a.m. that day, so it was an incredibly long day. Was up at 5 a.m., left this area around 4:30, rolled into Cleveland right after midnight, met up at the airport and picked up Mike Fabian, Eastern Connecticut Sports Cards, and Dave's Midlife Card Crisis. Picked them up at the airport, and from there it was just nonstop action. We hung out, we talked a little bit, kind of forced ourselves to get to sleep because we knew we had a long few days ahead of us. And the National is straight up exhaustion. And that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing, because you're just having such a great time and you're having so much fun that you get worn out. You get worn out for many reasons. The show is overwhelming. The size of it, the amount of stuff, the variety of it, the stuff you're looking at and looking for, it's overwhelming. And then you factor in hanging out with people, talking to people, all that stuff. I mean, that takes a toll. Long hours on your feet, checking out the show, and then hanging out after the show. So Thursday was a full day. Really happy I got in early Wednesday, so I was able to get up and go get some breakfast, which wasn't the best, some dried out waffles, but still, it was a little something for your stomach before the long day, and then headed over to the show. So Dave, Mike, and I headed over to the show. We met up virtually instantly with Christian from LS Cards, Connor, Mike Baseball Collector, and Mike Hitman 23. So immediately, as soon as we walk in the door, we're hanging out with fellow YouTubers, heading over to Baseball Card Exchange, checking out their deals, and then just from there, just continuing to hang out, wandering around and talking to people, meeting up with people. And hey, there's gonna be a lot of people I forget to mention in this video, but really met a ton of YouTubers for the first time and met up with guys that I've known for the last couple years. Itcomiffa Egg was one of the first guys. He approached Baseball Collector and I over at Baseball Card Exchange and talked to him a little bit. It was a long day Thursday. We hung out, did the show, just met up with people, chatted, talked, checked out the show. And what's awesome is you can take some time to wander the show by yourself, but then you can also just meet up and kind of talk and bounce ideas off one another's minds and head, chatting a little bit, walking with one guy, sometimes in a little group. If you're hungry for lunch, you can hang out with a group of guys. But once the show finally ended around 5 o'clock, went back, relaxed a little bit, busted some wax, some retail wax over in the room. Mike, Eastern Connecticut Sports Cards, was absolutely crushing it with the retail stuff. And it was just great. Then we went and hung out, got something to eat for dinner. A few of us hung out. Elite Co 3, Nolan, Mike, Dave, Hitman 23, and then Rate It Rookie came out, and we just hung out there, watched the Red Sox just pound the Yankees. That did not work out well for all the Yankees guys in the group, but had a blast hanging out there. And boom, next thing you know, they're kind of like, yeah, it's getting late. Can you guys get lost? We want to go to bed. But time just flies. It flies, and boom, before you knew it, that first full day was over. Friday, another full day, more people came in, so you just continue to meet up with more people at the show. Eddie Wesker Griff made his travel out to Cleveland, so I was really happy to see him get out there. And just so many more, just continuing to run into people, check out the show. Everett Wenzel was there, Everett 8888, fellow Patriots fan, Patriot collector. So, I mean, it was another great day at the show, hanging out there. Again, just continued people coming in, meeting more and more people. That was pretty awesome. And then Friday night was the epic hangout over at the Marriott, where this video was filmed. And what can I say about it? We went live for like 2.5 hours. It was just absolutely nuts. How we just kept going, and people were still chiming in and chatting, and it was a lot of fun. Just hanging out there, drinking some beer, busting some wax, having a good time, just interacting, talking about cards, talking about sports, talking about life, hanging out, having fun with the community. It was awesome. So that video is up on the channel. It's a lot to take in, it's a lot to watch, but it's a lot of fun too, so you can skim through it a little bit. And yeah, Friday was a long day, a really long day. I mean, we did the show from around 10 to, I want to say 5, and then ended up going out, hanging out till really late. Probably got back to the room around 3:30, something like that. And then next thing you know, it's Saturday, and you're back at the show and hanging out. And then I kind of met up with a lot of people and started filming my community box break. This year we did Topps Big League Baseball. It's a really base heavy set. It's not an exciting set, but I thought it was a nice set. It was really cheap, and I thought there were nice cards, a nice way to showcase some different players and teams. New players, older players are in it, so that was a fun break. Thank you to everyone who participated. It was just so great. I'm trying to think how many people. I mean, Jerome Yankees Cards met up with him, was able to finally meet him for the first time. Jerome, I'm sorry you didn't make it into that video. We just ran out of time. Just what a blast. Just so much fun. So Saturday was great. Some people were heading out on Saturday. More people were coming in. And we just continued to wander the show. And, you know, I have some footage from the show, not as much as I would have liked, because again, we're just interacting and having so much fun. You go into the process of this of the National with the expectation of kind of doing this and this, and then you do so much that you just can't fit everything in. But the National was just, again, I'm being very repetitive, but I can't help it. I still got a smile on my face from the amount of fun we had. Just an amazing time. I can't stress what a great time it is hanging out with all these guys, having just so much fun, opening wax. You know, this is something that I think a lot of us that have done it before just continue to look forward to, and will continue to look forward to. I mean, that's what everyone was kind of saying as we're leaving. Can't wait for Chicago 2019. Just, again, it's a brotherhood. It's just incredible how much fun it is. An absolute blast. The National, it's just the best. And then, you know, Saturday comes and goes. I know Dave and I dropped Mike Fabian off at the airport. Then we went out to dinner, met up with Everett, Brian Roth, who's a great guy, Michael Shane, awesome guy. You guys can check out their channels on YouTube. They collect Hank Greenberg, Johnny Bench. It was just a great time hanging out with them. A little smaller group. I can't remember the name of the place, but it was awesome. Amazing wings. Had so much fun. Ted was there as well. Serenity Sports 50 Plus. And again, just another complete great day. Then Sunday rolls in. I had to drop Dave off at the airport, and my initial plan was, you know what? I'll take off at 9 a.m. It's time to go. I've got a long ride ahead of me. Then I at some point went, you know what? I'm going to go check out the show for a couple hours. And then I'm like, I'll leave by 12. And then I'll leave by 2. Then it became 4:30. I'm like, all right, well, I got like a 7-8 hour ride. I got to take off. But it's just so tough. You just continue to run into more and more people at the show, and you're chatting it up. And Sunday I had incredible deals on wax. I mean, amazing. Listen, there's some big time high dollar stuff you can buy at the National, and it might be the only time you see it. It might be your best opportunity to buy it. And there's definitely some low end stuff that you can buy really cheap as well. A lot of the brand new stuff you could probably get as good or a better deal on eBay. Wax products though, old stuff, they're closing out. Sunday, Dave and Adams just wanted to unload. I think they wanted to bring 1 or 2 less trucks back. They were cutting prices like crazy. And even the modern stuff like Topps Chrome, that, you know, is a little pricier product. Honestly, they're pretty affordable when you factored in the Topps exclusive silver packs you get, which had amazing stuff. Up North Collectors, I know they picked up their case there at the show, and they were able to get a whole ton of those silver packs, and they crushed it. I mean, you can check out their channel for their video where they hit tons of gold cards. They had big time autos. Like, I'm not going to spoil it, but they had 2 amazing autographs. So listen, the wax deals are really incredible at the National, so it's a great time. And then if you break some wax there with some people, I know Up North Collectors had broken some wax with Sebastian Select, and I know Dave's Midlife Card Crisis, he always looks forward to busting some wax at the National. Mike Fabian as well. We were all breaking stuff together. We were getting slaughtered together a little bit too, but it was a lot of fun. So guys, I know this video gets really lengthy. I hope you enjoyed the video. For you guys who I met up with at the National, it was an absolute blast. It was amazing hanging out with you. I'm incredibly excited for 2019, even though it's a ways away. I'm excited for 2020. I'm excited for the National year in and year out, because this hobby is just an amazing hobby, and the community here in this hobby is just what makes it all that more special. It was a great time. Thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you next time. Have a great one.